Hey everyone, Hassan here, how's it going? And it's time for a new Ranger vlog. So this is an interesting little Ranger vlog. I originally started doing these videos so that I could talk about Power Rangers, I guess, separate from my regular vlogs, but these are ones specifically dedicated to Power Rangers, ones geared towards the Power Rangers fandom, people that already understand the show, they know the terminology that I'm speaking of, and that whole thing. So for the fans, you should know that Power Rangers has been being released on DVD by Shout Factory. And they have these great mega sets right here. Oops, they're falling apart. Seasons 1 to 3 is right here. Then we got the seasons 4 to 7 set. And then recently just released was seasons 8 to 12. Next year, seasons 13 to 17 is being released. So these mega sets are pretty awesome. Like, they have great artwork, they have awesome like bonus features. Just everything is really cool. And Shout Factory's done an amazing job. They put in such great attention to detail just in everything about these sets. It's been awesome. So I have kind of a bit of a rant, almost not a rant, I wouldn't call it a rant, but I want to express my opinion about something with these DVDs. It may be a controversial opinion, maybe. I'm sure some people will, well, I'm not sure. I know some people will disagree with my opinion. But maybe other people agree, so I'm curious to see what you all think. So this is about the Power Rangers Legacy set. So that is the seasons 1 to 20 set of Power Rangers DVDs, which includes everything from those 4 mega sets. So it's got seasons 1 all the way through 17, excuse me, plus Samurai, Super Samurai, and Mega Force, seasons 18, 19, and 20. Which will not be released by Shout Factory outside of this legacy set, only in this legacy set. And there's 1 or 2, I can't remember exactly, but at least 1 or 2 exclusive bonus discs on this legacy set. Stuff that is not found in these. These have their own bonus features, which the legacy set has, but it also has more bonus features. So the legacy set, by the way, costs about $650. Each of these sets ranges in price, but it was around, give or take, I'd say around $150, give or take $20, $30-ish. Essentially, if you were to buy all 4 mega sets, it would probably be a bit cheaper than the legacy set, but that also includes a lot more. So anyways, the whole reason for this video is I'm not really a big fan of this legacy set. I don't like the idea of it necessarily. And the reason for that is, and actually first of all, disclaimer. I am in no way like hating on Shout Factory or anybody. I think, like I said, they've done an amazing job. These DVDs are really cool. I love what they've done with this. So I love Shout Factory for what they've done. They've done a great job with Power Rangers, the DVDs. Brian Ward from Shout Factory, who's been working on these, has been amazing. He's awesome on Twitter. If you have any questions, anything, tweet him. He will answer back. So props to him. And he's just dived right into the Power Rangers fandom, had to deal with, I'm sure, all sorts of different personalities, and he has done a fantastic job. So I'm in no way hating on them or Shout Factory or anything. It's just one thing that I would rather they have not released, but that's my own opinion, and you may feel free to disagree. So anyways, when they announced that Shout Factory was doing these DVDs, that was something that like people thought, maybe eventually they'd do Mighty Morphin because that's really popular and stuff. But I don't think, at least I didn't, imagine them ever releasing the entire Power Rangers series on DVD. At least up through RPM, because Samurai on, they'd been releasing them all in volumes. I never thought they would do that. So when they announced that they were doing these sets, they called them the mega sets. Like, this was like, this is the mega collection. You want to buy these, get them. And they said they're going to release the individual volumes, right? So they have, here are the mega sets. You have the individual volumes, which you can buy in stores, these individual volumes, right? But you buy the volumes, then you're going to miss out on the bonus features of the set, which they said was, this is the big set, exclusive bonus features. The only way you're going to get that stuff, you buy the mega set for those bonus features, right? So me being a big fan, I love bonus features. I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm not going to wait for the volumes. And they were taking forever to release the individual volumes. They're only on like Zeo, I think, right now or something. So still have a long ways to go. And I have all the way through Dino Thunder of DVDs. So I don't want to wait, first of all. And then for all the DVDs together is a great price, and I wanted the bonus features. I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy this. This is the mega set, right? They're like, these are the mega sets of DVDs. Buy them. It's going to be great. So that's what I did. I spent my money on these things and I invested in it, and I said, this is it. This is the ultimate collection for Power Rangers fans. That's what it was hyped up to be. They said buy these bonus features only on this set, etc. So I was excited. This was it. Then they decide to announce this legacy set. And I was just like, wait a second. So these mega sets that I bought aren't really like the mega sets. There's apparently a legacy set, which is even better. So immediately, the idea that I was buying the Ultimate Power Rangers DVD collection was shot down, because this is not the Ultimate Power Rangers collection anymore. The legacy set is. Granted, it is in limited quantities, yes, but still, this was like the mega set. Now, it's not so mega. Well, I mean, it's still cool, definitely, but that was a little disappointing, because for me, it was like, if I'm going to invest money in something, I want to invest in a good quality product that's going to be like, this is it, the one-time big thing, you know? I don't like having to buy things multiple times. I know with toys, sometimes I've had to with Megaforce, and I've said it in my reviews that I don't like that. But it's a small scale, it's a couple of dollars, all right? These are DVDs that are hundreds of dollars. So by the time this legacy set releases, I've already spent hundreds of dollars on these DVDs. It's not going to, like... you're having to rebuy the stuff if you want all the bonus features, because this legacy set has even more exclusive bonus features. So right there, that was kind of annoying. And I know people will say, you know, they do that all the time with DVD sets. Haven't you seen this set and that set? Yeah, but I'm not talking about other sets. Just because other companies do those kinds of practices that are not fun for people, why do it again with this, you know? It's sort of like, Power Rangers is not like those other sets. Power Rangers is... if they announce they're going to release DVDs of every season, that's like, oh my gosh, I never thought that would happen. This is insane. I have to support that. That's kind of the thought that Power Rangers fans, I would think, would have. You wouldn't expect them to then go and release another collector set. Like, Power Rangers doesn't have that kind of market. So it's not something that you would expect. So that was kind of disappointing to me. It's one of those things that, like, if Shout Factory announces that they have the rights to these DVDs and they want to release them, and I'm going to be pre-ordering them and ready for these new releases, I am like there supporting them from day one. You know, I feel like companies should go and reward the people that have supported them from the beginning. If it weren't for us buying these mega sets, they probably wouldn't be making the legacy set. You know, that's the thing about it. Why would they release this even bigger Ultimate Limited Edition collection thing if these mega sets weren't selling well? So the only reason that they're going to be releasing this Lego set is probably because of how well these mega sets have been selling. So in a way, it's like, hey, thank you for supporting us. Now we're going to release something else so that you can spend even more money to get even more stuff. Like, what about us that have been there from day one? You know, why not sell these bonuses separately or something? Or I don't do something that it's just, it kind of like, it stings a little bit in a way, because it's like, thank you for supporting us from day one, but now because you did that, you're missing out on all these exclusives. Not cool in my opinion. I know that other companies do it too, and I don't like that. You know, it's just an annoying business practice. It really is. And I think what they could have done as another incentive potentially, because here's the thing, they're releasing all three of these mega sets are out now. The legacy set just got delayed a little bit, so it's going to come out I think the very beginning of January. And then the last mega set, season 13 to 17, is going to release after that. So not only is this legacy set even better and has more exclusives and everything, and if I had known from the beginning they were releasing this, I would not have bought these mega sets. I would have gotten the legacy set. Now to be able to spend double the money to buy that one is asking way too much of me. That's not cool. But if they were to have... because here's the thing, for people buying the mega sets, I have to wait now until essentially... after, who knows when it's going to release, but it's going to be after the legacy set. So not only because I've been supporting them from the beginning and I want to collect these mega sets, now I have to wait because of this legacy set. Everything is done. All the bonus features, everything is ready, but they've said they're not releasing it because they want to give the legacy set some time to breathe. So what about us that have been there from day one? You know, how do we feel? Like, I really wish that they would have done the 4 mega sets and then released the legacy set. Yeah, then people would have argued then it would have been even more of a sting for people that spent even more of their money on the sets. But it's one of those things that why don't you then announce it beforehand and then tell people about it or something? I don't see how people buying the mega sets win in any of these situations. The pro that was to the mega sets, the one cool thing about these, that even though there's this legacy set, and even though I was bummed about it, it came in this Red Ranger helmet and everything, which is cool, but I said, you know what, look at these things. Like, the artwork on these sets is really sweet. Like, look at these. Here's the seasons 4 to 7 set, pretty sweet. And especially the new one, seasons 8 to 12, and seasons 13 to 17 is a similar style. Like, the artwork on these is great. This is good stuff. That was the one exclusive thing to the mega sets that I told myself, you know what, at least I got these. But now, because the legacy set was delayed, they've decided to release special lithographs of the artwork of the 4 mega sets for the people that pre-ordered the legacy set. Granted, they're only doing it for 1,000 out of 2,000 for the legacy set, so only half the people get it. But still, that's still a decent amount of people. The one exclusive thing about this, now everybody with that legacy set gets to enjoy too. I mean, why don't we get the lithographs? Like, why can't we enjoy that? Like, come on, you know? We have to wait for the mega set. That's more of a wait for us rather than the slight delay that the people with the legacy set got. So it's just annoying, you know, and it comes down to, if I really wanted to, I mean, yeah, 650 is a lot. I could save up and I could technically buy the legacy set. I could. But as a Power Rangers fan, we have other things to support about the franchise. You know, like, I support the toys. I'm a toy collector. That's what I do. So I have a lot of that stuff to collect. And plus, it's not just about the money. If it really was about the money, that would have been a different situation. I could, if I really, really, really wanted to, buy the set. Save up, get the money, you know, I could try and work something out. But it's more about the principle of it all. Like, I just bought these mega sets. Now if I go buy this legacy set, these things just sit around and I'm not going to use these, because then I'll have the legacy set. So this is such a waste. Hundreds of dollars wasted. So it's the principle of having to double dip on the stuff. I recognize the fact that those that buy the legacy set, they needed incentives. You know, if they are going to make this legacy set, they needed incentives, so they had to release bonuses, you know? So basically, the bottom line is this. I'll kind of sum up my thoughts now. I've kind of expressed most of my opinions. I'll sum up my thoughts. You know, people will say, like I said, people say I'm complaining because I can't afford it. That's not true. I can if I really wanted to. And I'm not hating on anybody, like I said. It's, you know, I understand, like I said, the legacy set needs exclusives to sell. If they just release the same things again but in a different packaging or something, it's not going to be a big deal. So they had to release extra bonus features. So in order to give that incentive for people to buy it. I understand that. That makes sense. You know, I do. My issue is more that I don't think the legacy set should have existed to begin with. I don't. I think they should have, basically, if you're going to release something, then take your time with the sets and release it like one time with everything in it, basically, you know? Like, go do it once and do it right. That's essentially what I'm saying. Not to say they did anything wrong. They did some great stuff, but there's little things like this new season's 8 to 12 set, right? It has these Ranger Tales bonus features where cast members talk about their season. There's 5 seasons on here, all these 5 seasons. They have Ranger Tales for all of those seasons except Dino Thunder. For one reason or another, they couldn't get it together in time, but they did in time for the legacy set. So this thing that I bought, the mega set, I have these 5 seasons, but I don't have the bonus features for the Dino Thunder Ranger Tales. If I would have bought the legacy set, then I would. So if they would have not cared about this legacy set, if they would have not done that, they would have been able to take their time a bit more with these mega sets, and like I said, do it once, do it right. Then we would have been able to get the bonus features, and it would have made this feel more complete. As is, it's like, here's 5 seasons on the set, bonus features for all 5 seasons, except this one thing, which we know they were able to do, but they just couldn't do it in time because they were focusing now on this legacy set. So again, no legacy set, we probably could have gotten the stuff on here. So that is another reason why somebody buying these mega sets loses out. So it's just kind of, that's how you make an impression and earn a customer's trust. Because for me now, personally, I don't see myself really buying big collections again from Shout Factory. Not just from them, from any company that does this kind of thing. I don't foresee myself going and buying these big things. Because, for example, they have other shows like Beetleborgs and VR Troopers, that kind of stuff. It was always like, support these sets, these volume releases, if you want them to continue releasing the rest of the season. Which was great. I am a fan of the show, but I'm not like a huge fan in order to buy this in case, in hopes that they're going to release the other stuff. I want to know they're going to release everything. If I'm going to invest my money in something, I want a full set. I think that's fair. And so that's why I haven't bought any of the DVDs for Beetleborgs or VR Troopers or anything. Maybe down the road I will. But it's one of those things that, they want you to support it. So same with the mega sets. Buy the mega set if you want them to release more mega sets. Okay, I did. But now, for doing that, I already have these DVDs that now it'd be double dipping if I buy the legacy set. So it's like, now these would be a waste if I go buy the legacy set. So in a way, it's like, why would I do that now for other DVDs? Yeah, I understand that you have to support something in order for it to get the release. But I don't want to get screwed over in a way by supporting things. I will wait it out, and if it doesn't happen, then I'll wait until a while later and find it somewhere that somebody's selling on eBay, something. I'll get it if I really want it. I'll get it somehow, but I'm not going to jump at the opportunity to support these things now because I don't want to get screwed over again. That's kind of how it is, So you have to earn a customer's trust and make an impression. So that's why this legacy set kind of annoys me. Just the idea of it existing. I understand now that it exists. I understand why they did what they did. Everything they've done about it makes sense from that point onward. I just don't agree with that initial idea of even creating the set to begin with. Because now you have those like Samurai, Super Samurai. Okay, I understand Samurai, Super Samurai, Megaforce. They don't have the rights to do the DVD stuff, but somehow they're able to put it in this complete legacy set. All right, would have been nice to have the stuff, but I can understand the legal stuff there. But it's still, what about the other seasons? What about the other stuff? What about the Dino Thunder Ranger Tales, which I will never get to see now because I supported the mega sets. I could buy the legacy set, like I said, but it's double zipping. It's extra money, and then if I buy that, this stuff is a waste. And it's annoying when it comes to toys, and then having some of your toys be a waste because now you have doubles. But that's on a couple dollar scale, very small scale. These are hundreds of dollars. For somebody that's in college, and that's your typical age for a Power Rangers fan, like for people that grew up with the show, maybe in your 20s or 30s or something, so you now probably are either in school or have a job, have families, you have other stuff that's going on, and most people aren't able to double dip like that. And I understand that this legacy set's a very limited edition thing, but it's one of those things that's like, yeah, it's limited edition, but there's features on it that if they had not worked on the legacy set, we would have probably gotten on the mega sets, or maybe even gotten the mega sets sooner. Maybe, I'm sure somebody from Shout Factory, somebody will maybe disagree with me and say, no, that's not true. But, they did put effort into this legacy set, and if there was no legacy set, that effort would probably be going into something else or making these even better. I would assume. I feel like it's a logical assumption. So anyways, I think I've talked for long enough. How long have I been talking? For, wow, almost 20 minutes. Okay, I had a lot to say on this subject. If you watched all the way through, thank you. Look, again, like I said, Shout Factory is great. Brian Ward is great. The stuff that they've done is great. I love these Mega-C. I'm combining words now. Mega-C sets, yay! I love these mega sets. What they've done with them is great. The bonus features, everything is awesome. It's just, for me personally, if I invest in something, I want it to be A+ quality, not just A quality. Or rather, I would say this stuff is A+ quality. It's top notch. But then I wouldn't want something to release A++. Does that make sense? If I'm going to invest in something like this to me is a big investment. Yeah, people will say, when you talk about big investments, you're talking cars, houses, and stuff. I'm not at that point in time where I'm talking about that. I'm talking about as a fan of a show there's a certain amount of money that I believe is fair enough to invest into it. And I believe these DVDs, hundreds of dollars, is a big investment. So if I'm going to invest in something, I want to invest in the something, you know, like the collection. I've held off on buying some movies and other things until the ultimate thing, like The Hobbit, for example. I'm going to wait until they end up releasing an extended edition trilogy of the Hobbit movies in 3D or whatever they do. That's what I did for Lord of the Rings. I only bought that like a couple months ago or something on Blu-ray. It's you know, it's like I said, it's Power Rangers. It's something that you don't expect them to go and continue to release even better sets. This is the mega set. So anyways, enough ranting. Again, these sets are awesome. So if you are a fan of the show, now that you know they're making a Legacy collection, if you haven't bought the DVDs, you can make a decision. You have these mega sets, or you have the Legacy set. Now you have the benefit of making that decision. Now that I've gotten these, I am happy with them. You know, I'm excited about the last mega set, especially because on the bonus feature, there's one for toy collectors, and myself and others are going to be on it, which is very cool. I'm very excited about that. But because I'm buying the mega sets and not the Legacy set, I have to wait even longer for it. So anyways, so yeah, that's my opinion on the subject. Please let me know if you agree or disagree. I'm sure there's others that completely disagree with me. I'm sure there's others that love the idea of the Legacy set, and I bet many of those people are ones that are buying the Legacy set. So if you're going to be buying it, I'm pretty sure you're going to be happy about spending that amount of money because you're buying it. So we'll see what people think. And if you agree with me, then let me know as well, because I'd like to know. I hope I'm not just crazy. I know on a while ago I mentioned stuff on Twitter and some people said they agreed with my thoughts. So I hope I'm not crazy. And again, props to Brian and Shout Factory for all that they have done. I think it's great, and I wish that I could get this Legacy set. I'm sure I could save up for it and stuff, but I can't justify that. I can't justify it. It feels wrong. I literally, when they announced that they were doing the lithographs for these things, I literally looked on the Shout Factory website and I had my mouse hovering over the purchase button. Like, it's a lot of money. I was hovering. I was like, maybe. But I literally was wanting. I want it. Like, I do. But it feels wrong almost for me, like, to buy it now. Because now that I have these mega sets, it feels wrong. Because it's like, I'm buying it, then these are such a waste. And I don't like to waste hundreds of dollars like that. So, I don't know. Those are my thoughts. I've ranted long enough. So thank you everybody for watching. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe if you haven't. Lots of exciting stuff coming up in the Power Rangers world. Lots and lots of great stuff. Very super mega stuff on the way as well. So stay tuned for all that. So thank you for watching everybody, and see you guys later.